Locus here, and here's my review on Makai Kado vol.3, the Dark Knight Kiba from Bandai. He's a regular release figure, and I believe this was released sometime around January of 2012. So it's like more than a 2-year old figure. So yeah, I was lucky I was able to snag one. Um, so here's the display window of the figure, which obviously showcases the weapons, the halberd, the figure, and then the weapon, the sword here, and then the alternate hands it came with. And I believe this is being served with two trays. The one that contains, of course, the first one, the figure and the stuff I mentioned earlier, and the second one serves the cape and the sword with the effect part on it, which I will show you guys later on. So this is the detailing and stuff information on the packaging. So Makai Kado logo here, and then Makai Kado vol.3 here, the Machination Bandai. I like the color scheme of the box. It's very dark, and with a tribal design going on the sides, top, and up front. So see there, Makai Kado. Kiba's logo here, and then here is the Makai Senki logo. So Makai Senki is the series where these characters originated in, and Makai Kado is the figures that represents these characters from the series. I hope I was able to explain that accordingly. Alright, so the back of the packaging showcases the previews. Very nice. So yeah, so it only came with three weapons. The one came with effect part on it, then the regular sword, and then the halberd. And then at the bottom, some information in Japanese, and that's pretty much it. So to add on the packaging, it has a detail like uh, background design inside the box here. If you remove it, it's very nice. Then Makai Kado there, and also it came with a manual in case you don't know which part goes to. Much basic. You don't necessarily need it, but for reference you can just check that out when you purchase this figure. So as mentioned, the figure are being served with two trays here. So here's the second tray that holds the cape and the weapon with the effect part on it. Luckily, they have finally removed the twist wires that usually came with the older release figures way back from the Super Imaginative Chogokin line, and the first issue of this figure, the Equip and Prop, which uses that annoying twist wire. So yeah. So this figure stands closer to an 8-inch compared to the usual 7-inch scale that Bandai tend to use with this toy line. Actually, even in the series, I think this figure is really this character is really tall. So it's a good thing that they tried to be as loyal and accurate as possible with this toy line, which I really like. So here is a DC Universe 6-inch Batman figure from Mattel. And here's a Hasbro Marvel Legends Ultron figure, just to give you guys an idea on how tall this figure is. So I don't have complaints about the paint apps detailing because it really is awesome. It's the money I spent for this figure is really well spent, because I really like the detail, the badass sculpt and detailing of these figures. Check this out. So it doesn't have the usual die-cast metal that they added on this figure, but it has a solid feel to it. Like I mentioned, it has a very solid and dope paint apps. Check this detailing here. So the horn-like detail on the head is on a soft plastic. Doesn't have like a fragile feel to it that it may tend to break or crack. Really nice with the gold-ish color scheme going on. And then it has still the signature where signature feature where the mouth can open. The sculpting on the fangs are really awesome. The eyes are on translucent plastic. There. So it has like a skull logo, skull detail here on the chest. There you go. Then this part, I think you can remove this part. Here, there's a peg there. You can just attach it like that. So shoulder pads moves independently. His logo here, the character's logo. It has a solid feel to it. I'm not really sure if it's die cast or hard plastic. Really can't tell. Trying to remove it, but I can't. Won't budge. It has a horn-like detailing here on the hips, and like a dragon scale here on the thighs. Very nice. The shin here, really nice. Even the feet and the toes. No detailing here on the feet. At the back, okay, there's like a hole here where you're gonna attach the cape, which I will show you guys later on. The back detail is awesome. The tip is on a soft plastic. And then it has a tail-like detail here on the butt. Really awesome. Details, all about the details. Sculpting. So for the articulation, the head has a good range of motion on the head. So you can see there. You can pop that out. So you can see there's like a ball joint here below the neck and then above the neck as well. It doesn't move that much though. It's kind of stiff. Maybe because it's new or it's just so tight. Okay, so this may be not a, this is really not a huge deal for me, but probably to some, yes. Despite all the dopeness of the detailing, the figure has to some they may find it a little bit annoying about the articulation, the range of motion that this figure can give you, because it doesn't have that wide range of motion like for this one. The arms can't raise that far because of the detailing on the armor. This shoulder armor thing here moves independently, but somehow hinders the entire arm to move freely, but it can go like that, but moving it like there, no, we can't. It has a bicep swivel though. It has a bicep swivel. It has technically it's a single hinge joint here on the elbow, but seems like it has a two joint system going on, the hinge here and a ball joint here. The ball joint, the advantage of the ball joint is just to give you a tiny little bit of motion. So like I said, not a huge deal for me, but probably to some, yeah, it would. Now for the chest, can go that far. Really nice. It has a ball joint there. It can go down, then ab crunch. Not much of an ab crunch, but it has a ball joint here on the waist, so it can move freely. It can tilt. That. Right. So the legs go can go that far because it's being hindered by the details on the thigh. It has a thigh swivel. You can just pull the leg a little here. There's like a hinge here on the groin, so you can just pull it slightly there. The knee is on a double hinge joint, but it won't give you that wide range of motion that you are hoping for. You can go as far as that. Because of the detailing here, it blocks it. And it seems like my figure can, on the thigh here, maybe there's a peg there. Yeah, prop a peg there, which somehow this part of the leg can swivel a little. Same goes here on the other leg. So I'm not sure if it's intended to have that kind of motion or just my figure. So it has a pivot here or an ankle rockers, so very nice. So yeah, there you go for the articulation. So here are the accessories and weapons that came with the figure. Here's the halberd, sword, the sword with the flame effect on it, the cape, and the alternate hands that came with the figure. So the halberd, to start with, it has a very nice sculpting, and of course color schemes there. Very dope. Even added this awesome skull-like detail. Check it out. There you go. Then it has a chain here with the detail. Not sure though if this is the pendant that the character Kiba has. I forgot. I may have to check back with the series. And then the handle is made out of die cast and the rest are made out of plastic. With a very nice detailing. There, even here. Very nice. Just like a blue wash added here. So yeah. Very nice. Very dope. Then the sword here, it's not made out of die cast. The blade, it has a weak feel to it, so be careful. You might break it. The flame detailing here, or the tribal-ish flame detail, is very awesome. The color red is very vibrant. Here at the back. The handle, and it seems like it has a dragon. Not sure if it's a dragon, but it has like a dragon-like claw detailing here on the tip. Very nice. And then this is the sword with the flame effect. It's on a translucent. It's kind of bendable on this part. Then it has a solid feel here. Very nice. So it's kind of lighter color here, then it tends to go darker until it reaches the tip, violet-ish. turns out it seems like this one has a darker color scheme compared to this one. And it seems like the detailing here is more thicker than this one. There we go. And then for the alternate hands, we do have one pair of weapon wielding hands here. The thumb is not fully glued. You can move that, but don't put too much pressure on it. You might break it. Has like a claw-like detailing here. Very nice. Then we have the rage or the aggressively open splayed hands with the sharp claws. Alright. Then we do have the cape. Lastly, the cape, which has a very nice detailing here. As you can see, details. It's like in a brown, darker brownish color scheme. Then it's kind of light here. This part. There you go. As you can see, there's some like nice details here. Damage or battle effect. Feel soft though, so you can just do that. So that's pretty much it for the accessories. So placing all the stuff on the figure is really easy. um, I don't think that you guys would have any challenges on doing that, but what we need to take note of is when we place the sword on the hand, because sometimes it wields the figure wields the figures the sword very loosely if you place it in the wrong way, because as you can see here, um, the figure has like a loose grip on the sword here, so you need to put a little pressure on it to ensure that the figure's hands fully wields the entire top handle of the sword. I forgot what this thing is called, but yeah, you have to put pressure on that one so the figure can have a solid grasp on the sword. So here are the other size comparison that I can show you guys. So we do have here Jiaku, of course Kiba, and Lordo here. Here is the standard scale that they usually do with the Makai Kado line, and it turns out like Lord here and Kiba is on the same scale. It's just that Kiba here is way more bulkier than Lord. So yeah, there you go. So overall, this is a sure get figure. Very worth it, despite the fact that it lacks of range of motion in some areas. I would still highly recommend it. The monstrous detail is really dope. It's really worth it. And if you're gonna pick one up locally, be sure to check the item for any possible quality issues. Or if you're gonna purchase any kind of figure locally, just take in consideration to check the item first before you leave, in case it has some broken parts. So yeah, it's still available online. You can check it out. So thanks for viewing. You can check my blog details on the description below. Later.